It's about 9:30-ish on Tuesday the 26th of March, and here I am on the seafront at Ilfracombe. I stayed in my van last night on the harbour, and I was up at 5 o'clock this morning simply because I was in bed by 9 o'clock last night, and watching the sun come up around just before 6 o'clock. It was a beautiful sunrise, and I managed to capture it on video. Before I moved up to Tesco to transmit the second of two films which I put on to YouTube yesterday, and Tesco, it's very quick up there, it's high up, and so that worked pretty well. I'm missing Ralph already. It seems very strange being on my own again, and I'd just like to thank you, Ralph. I know you'll be watching this, and thanks very much indeed for everything you did last week. We had a fantastic week, it was absolutely wonderful, and I'm looking forward to you coming back again whenever that will be. And thanks to Mel for the offer of sending me an email of a Sunday lunch, which I thought was very thoughtful. Actually, I calculated that Ralph and I, in 6 days of walking, we did 75 miles, which is a pretty commendable effort, really, and is more or less the daily average for what I want to do. So it worked out pretty well in the end, even though it all got a little bit fraught with the amount of editing I had to do, and of course while Ralph was with me I wanted to devote as much time as I could. But it was a hard week, and we did very well in some strange conditions, but we got tired, but nevertheless it was a great success. I've had a nice breakfast. It wasn't very big, but I had a smaller one than my normal belly busters that I was eating last week, simply because it's going to be a fairly short and easy walk today. As you saw, I left the van this morning in Woolacombe, caught the bus into Ilfracombe, and now I'm just walking back out again. Quite a leisurely walk, and when I get to Woolacombe I'll probably try and get a second part of the walk in for the day, because it's only going to be maybe about 6 or 7 miles from here to there. It'll be far too early to finish for the day, and I'll try and come up with something else, even though I haven't thought of it yet. The weather is absolutely superb. The sun is shining brightly, as you can see. I'm not wearing a hat today, but I did put on a couple of layers of clothes, because even though the sunshine looks really bright, and the sunshine is bright at this time in the morning and will get stronger, there's still that nip in the air at this time in the morning. It's a little bit early yet, especially when I'm going to be walking up some of the higher hills, and it'll get a bit cooler on the top, so you always need to have your warmer gear with you, because it can get quite cold. But it's looking forward to this. I'll be turning the corner, so I won't be looking across the Bristol Channel any longer. I'll be looking straight out to sea on the right hand side. I'll be looking to my immediate west, and so I'm going to probably in shade on the odd occasion, but I've got no idea what's in front of me. But I'm hoping from here to reach the Cornish border by next weekend, and then I can head off back down to Doodle Door and the Dorset coast, and finish off those 2 days, which I need to do before I then go back to Poole and continue the walk along towards Dover. So, as Ralph isn't here, I'd just like to say, here we go! here I am now at the top of Tor Point, and I've met into these lovely people, and your name is
Clive.
And Ruth.
And Ruth. And so where are you from, Clive?
We're from Bere Ferris, which is right in the far southwest corner of Devon,
Yes.
just above Plymouth, between the Tavy and the Tamar rivers.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. So you've come to have a look at the north side then, have you? Never
Yeah,
been
we
up
have,
here
just
before?
for a quick, very short break. We're staying overnight in Ilfracombe. And,
Yes.
We're normally looking after grandchildren every day, so having
Oh,
a
really?
couple of days off
So you
is
get, yeah, you
a
get
real
a
treat.
it's no good bringing them with you, is it?
No,
You know?
thank
they're a bit too small. Yeah.
Yes,
No,
I'm sure so. So, I mean, you're all equipped with sticks and things, and so you must
Yeah.
be kind of avid walkers, or you have been over the years, is that
Yeah,
right,
we
Ruth?
have. Oh, we've done loads of walking over the years. We've done most of the Cornwall coast path, but
Yes.
we've still got a couple of bits of that to
Yeah.
finish off. But
That's quite rugged in parts, isn't it?
It is, quite a bit of up and down.
Yeah,
we need to
between
do it before we get much older.
between St Ives and Land's End is a bit of a jaunt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Through Zena and
yeah.
Pendine and that way. I'll remember that. When I say with fondness, it's a bit, I think the opposite of fondness. I found that part particularly tough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so what about other walks, Clive? Have you got plans for future things?
What about plans?
We have.
We have, because, yes, we're
It's
going
my 70th birthday this year, so
Oh,
the
really?
plan is to do a 70-mile walk, but
Oh well,
it might
that'd be
not all
nice.
be in
It'd be a
one
bit,
go.
yeah, it'd be longer than 70 miles, wouldn't it? Because we're going to do the Saints Way in Cornwall.
Oh right.
Yeah. Which,
I was going to say, have you ever done Dorset? Have you been down
we've
there?
been
yeah.
there, yeah, we stayed a few times, not done
Yeah.
a sort of continuous walk. We've done various
some
bits of
lovely
the
walks
coast
in
path of
Dorset,
Dorset, yeah,
Yeah.
on the coast.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with it actually.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
It's,
having done Cornwall and working east, and then you
Yeah.
get Devon, and you think, well, this surely must be coming to an end soon.
yeah.
But when you get there, I mean,
Yeah.
it comes to quite an abrupt end when you get to Poole, and there's a 7-mile beach that takes you into Bournemouth, and
Yeah.
I think from there on, Southampton and Portsmouth, it's going to be a lot of concrete.
Yes,
You know,
that's right.
walking through cities, but at
Yeah.
least it'll solve my logistics problems with buses and trains,
Yeah,
because
plenty of them.
there'll be hundreds of them, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
And make my way to Brighton and that way.
Yes.
But it's lovely. I mean, you were saying you're 70. I was 70 actually last July, and
right.
I seem to have become a bit of a spokesman for older people on this YouTube thing that I've got, where I'm saying what a guy said to me the other day about retirement. You know, I said about, well, when you get to 65, you've got lots of money in your pocket and all the rest of it, and you're looking for something to do. And he said,
Yeah.
yeah, he said, that's absolutely right. He says, it's like school holidays with money.
Yes.
which I thought was quite funny,
Yeah.
really. And he was a biker, and his wife was a paraglider, and all
Oh,
the rest.
my goodness,
Absolutely
yeah.
fabulous people, and they were 70 as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, you know, this is definitely for the older generation. But I wish you don't see that many younger people.
No.
on.
it's
I know, we're
sad,
always
isn't it?
remarking
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
haven't got time, I suppose.
Yeah,
because,
that's
I mean,
right, and it
Oh,
also
they-
lacks the kind of
they've got
camaraderie
young
that
children or-
as senior people
Yeah.
seem to have, where we say, "Oh, these people just walk past you as if you weren't there."
Yeah.
You know, they walk at you two at a time. They haven't quite got it yet.
No.
There's a little bit of civility involved in it, you know.
Yeah.
Especially on weekends when there's a group of 6 and they kind of, it's like having the Pontypool front row heading towards you, you know. but anyway, Clive, it was just a brief hello, and you've got to the top here. This is an absolutely stunning view, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
fantastic along
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
yeah. It is.
So I might see you down when you get down to where did you say?
Well, possibly Morto or Woolacombe. We'll see how we get on.
Woolacombe, yeah, well, that's right.
Woolacombe, yeah.
You're
They're hoping to catch a bus back then.
Well, there's plenty of them.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I've got a bus timetable, but I've got a purple camper van that's on the seafront there. You'll
Oh,
see.
right.
And
Well, if we
that's
should-
where I'll be
Have a
staying. Where I'll be staying for the night.
Oh, well done. Yeah, you
yeah,
stay
yeah.
in it, of course. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed.
I wish I
Okay,
had time
pleasure.
to do what
And-
you're doing.
And
That would be
yeah,
wonderful.
Well-
and good luck with it. Well done, and very, very inspirational. Well done.
Well, thank you very much
Keep
indeed.
it going. Yeah.
Very kind. Very nice to meet you.
And
And
so-
you.
I'm still at the top of the mountain here, and I've met this very nice lady called Radka, who's from the Czech Republic. So you was telling me you've been here to this country many times.
Yeah, many times, but here at this place only once.
Yes,
It's a beautiful hiking
Yes.
along the coast.
yes, and it's stunning, isn't it? It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, amazing.
I mean, you have a beautiful country. I've been to Prague, and I've been around your country several times myself, and it's a fabulous place. But it's very nice to see you here, and you're the first person I've met from the Czech Republic on this walk. So thank you very much.
For me, it was lovely to meet you as well.
Thank you very much indeed, Roger. Lovely.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye
Bye.
now. Bye bye. Bye
Bye.
bye. am in Lee Bay. I'm sorry about the background noise. They've got builders in next door. And I met these two ladies. I've just been having a little break. And your name is?
Sally.
Sally.
And Sue.
And Sue. And what are you doing here then? What's the plan today? You look as if you're walkers, but you tell me you're not.
No, too old for all that game, especially down here where it's very hilly.
Too old?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
Too lazy, I think,
Is that what it is?
appropriate thing.
Well, you've obviously done some walking in your day then to come to that conclusion, but most people when they get to about 65ish, that's when they actually do start walking, not give up.
Yeah, well, we've done our turn, but we've always had dogs, you see, so
Oh,
we
right.
have to walk them every day.
Well, yes.
The one dog we had years ago only had 3 legs, a terrier, so when he got too arthritic we used to push him round in a pushchair all down here.
Really?
So I think we've worn ourselves out pushing the pushchair instead of just walking.
You're not from this area originally, though, I think.
I'm from Shepherd's Bush,
Shepherd's Bush, oh well,
West London.
that's right at the other end of the A40 then,
That's
isn't it?
right, yeah.
That's amazing.
But
And
we live in Worcestershire now.
Yes. Oh well, that's very nice. I mean, look at this weather. All of a sudden, it's broken. I hope.
Absolutely amazing for the time of year, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine last year with me? I walked for 7 weeks from Carlisle to Anglesey without a drop of rain.
Oh,
You know, it was absolutely fabulous last year. I was really tanned and
yeah.
everything.
The farmers didn't like it though.
Well, no, all the cattle and stuff, you know, but it was incredible. I was so lucky, and I've had a very good winter as well. I've not seen any snow at all.
No.
That when all that snow was on in what was it, February, January, February, when it was snowing, I was walking from Brixham to Torquay, and there was no, the coast was clear.
Excellent.
It was like this,
Yeah.
you know, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this, you know, every day on these walks, like Ilfracombe to Woolacombe, I've got no idea. I don't read about it. I just take it as it comes, and it's a stunning piece of walk. This,
It is lovely.
it's
But
fabulous.
It is all up and down though.
Yeah, well, that's all
No
right.
straight bits or flat bits.
Yeah, no, I've got used to that now. I mean, you know, I'm fit. I can cope with it, and you know, some days you get a bit tired if you overstretch yourself. Last week I had a friend down from Wales, and we really got to move on to because walking from Bridgewater to Ilfracombe, the bus service is not good, and he came with his car more to help me with the logistics. But he's a really good walker, and we set a fast pace, and you know, but we really enjoyed it. We had a really good time, you know.
Excellent.
And now the weather's broken, it's going to be even better, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm pleased about that.
So do you follow the main road or the footpaths? Or?
Strictly the footpath. I never wander off the footpath.
Good.
And the total footpath all the way around is 5,000 miles, all the way around England, Scotland and Wales.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's an interesting walk.
Yeah. Well, when you're fed up, nip over to Combe Martin.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where we got a place over there.
Really?
And you're really easy one there, up to the top of Holdstone Down.
Oh,
the
yeah.
edge of Exmoor.
Did that day before yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah,
The highest sea cliffs in England.
Yeah, they're fabulous, aren't they? Yeah, terrific.
Super over there.
Yeah, we went to Combe Martin. I was in Combe Martin, and I bumped into a lady. Would you believe it? From Hull, the same place
Yeah,
as me.
you do
And she was doing the round Britain, but on road with a little trolley behind her.
Oh, yeah.
And she just walked right down from John O'Groats, and she walked all the way to Land's End, and now she's on her way back up north again.
It's harder going back uphill, see?
Yeah.
You know, you saying you met somebody from Hull. The other day we were over at Valley of the Rocks,
Yeah,
and we got talking to somebody who's the brother of our plumber.
Yeah.
that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Small world.
Well, this woman's an ambulance driver apparently, and she's got to be back in April. And I says, "Where are you from in Hull?" And she says, "Oh, I lived in Brighton Street, which is just round the corner from where my parents lived." And she says, "Where do they live?" I says, "Oh, they live in Sledmere Grove." She said, "Oh," she said, "I know people in Sledmere Grove. Isn't that amazing?"
Yeah.
Tis
You know, what a
world.
small world, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Why do we all gravitate to the similar sorts of places? There must be something about us that joins us together.
I know.
you
Well, we've always been like a bit nomadic, haven't we? Obviously, the way the world has become now, it's frightening to make you wonder how it's going to end up. Really, not in our time, but you know, it's going to be a mess, isn't it? You know.
It is if we don't sharpen our ideas up a bit.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Been a pleasure meeting you, ladies.
And you,
yeah,
Jim.
yeah. Thank you very much indeed. And
Keep
check
watching
me out.
Jim.
Check me out on YouTube and send me a message. It'd be lovely to hear from
We
you.
will do.
And enjoy the rest of your walk.
And
Yeah.
these are lovely dogs, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
that's
fabulous.
Tinker and that's Badger.
Badger. Hiya, Badger. Look at him. He looks a bright lad, doesn't he?
He's a bit
is.
wet.
Too bright for his own good.
Thank you very much.
Thank
the best.
you,
Thank you.
Jim.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
It's 1:15 now and I'm sat looking to my east to an absolutely fantastic view along the coast. About another 1,000 metres further on and I come to Bull Point, which is immediately behind me, and from there I turn left, and that's when we run out of kind of west coast, and I'm then heading directly south going down towards Cornwall, because when I get to Woolacombe there's a beach maybe about 1.5 miles long which I need to walk from one end to the other and then back, and then take the van round to the other side to a place called Combe and walk to the adjoining point and around the head, and that will save me, well, you can't get a bus from Woolacombe to Combe, so I've got no choice but to drive round. And so I'll explain it better later, but the thought occurred to me that I can probably do it later on this afternoon when I get there, and the sun by that time will be in the west and I might get some nice sunset shots depending on obviously what time I start and what time I finish, and it's going to be giving me a good start for tomorrow. I found a really good place to park, but I met a lady at the bus stop this morning who was quite talkative, who was sat next to me, who's got a camper van parked further down, and she said it's a bit safer to park down there, so I might go down and join her tonight. Well, just see how it all works out. But this is a fantastic walk. This is one of the nicest walks I've done. It is absolutely beautiful. As you've seen, I've met some very nice, interesting people. There seems to be an awful lot of people around on the coastal path today, bearing in mind that it's Tuesday. And I'm sure that over the weekend and probably yesterday there would have been people there. But sitting up here where I'm quite a long way above ground level or sea level, it's red hot. It's absolutely fabulous, and the wind has dropped. It's virtually non-existent now. So it's really, really good. So another little plan for when I get back to the van. I've got 2 or 3 pairs of shorts which I might dig out, or as an alternative I've got 1 or 2 pairs of jeans which I don't really want to wear them anymore, and I might just get the scissors out and cut the legs off and make them into shorts because they've got nice deep pockets, and get myself into some shorts and try and get some tan on my legs, because I'm quite sure this weather is going to last. I've got a feeling in my bones. It's 3 o'clock now, and I'm in a place called Morto, which is only about a mile now from Woolacombe, which is where I'm heading for. And I've been a detour. I had to come off the path. I did actually meet a very nice young lady who was out walking a dog, who told me that there's the coastal path is blocked, and so this is a bit of a diversion, which hasn't really taken me too far out. And so we called in at the pub, and I had a cup of tea and stuff like that, and she's walked back to where she came from, towards Ilfracombe. And so this has been an absolutely fabulous walk. I've really enjoyed this, and the weather's been absolutely brilliant, and it's been, I don't know, the temperature must be, it was sat in a kind of a sun trap at the pub. It must have been 15 to 20. I think I can feel the tan on my head, or I can feel the sun has burnt me slightly. And I'm just going to go down and have a look at Mort Point, which is a mile from here. I'm sat looking at the sign across the road that says a mile, so that will get me around the detour, and then it will take me all the way down into Woolacombe, and I'm looking forward to getting there. It's been a wonderful day, thoroughly enjoyed it, and the plan that I suggested to this young lady, she said is a good one for tomorrow, to walk along the beach and then to drive around and pick up the path at the other end. So that's confirmation that I was thinking along the right lines. So I'll finish the walk and show you Mort Point. made it back now to
Lovely Woolacombe.
Woolacombe, and this is Claire, and I met Claire at the bus stop this morning when I was travelling into Ilfracombe, and we had a little bit of a chat, you know, just a few minutes on the bus while we were having the journey in, and she told me she'd got a VW, and here it is, and this is fabulous. You've got it an awful lot tidier than I have, honestly.
Yeah, it's a bit messy at the moment.
Well, you know,
I converted it. It was just a bus.
Yes.
It wasn't even boarded out, so I had everything done to it. To my specification.
Yeah, well, you made a lovely job.
On.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
So,
what a lovely job. So how long have you had this then, Claire?
12 years this year.
12 years?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And how old is it?
He'll be 22 years old this year.
22, yeah.
And the only man in my life.
Yeah, well, mine's 26 now. This year.
You were actually saying,
25th last year.
Your purple bus.
My purple bus, yeah. Call it Purple Haze is the name of the bus.
That's it. I was trying to tell Mally, but I forgot.
After Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, that's
you know.
it.
But
yeah.
Oh well, I might see you later then in that case.
Yeah, see you later. Actually, yeah, do. Barricade empty out. It's nice down there, and I actually brought a tin of my Crappy's alcoholic ginger beer, so I might join you.
Yeah, well, I got some cans this morning, so.
Oh, I don't have that lager stuff, and I drink one. I don't drink many alcohol drinks.
No, that's fair enough.
Half a dozen a year.
Yeah, well, no, that's okay. I mean, I like a beer when I finish the walk. It's been a fabulous walk today.
No, it is. It's
absolutely
a gorgeous
incredible.
Walk, that one.
Loved it. Yeah.
Did you turn back and look from where you came? Because with the sun's out, some of those rocks pushed up look lovely and silver, don't they? They're beautiful. Yeah.
I take as many shots backwards as forwards. Actually, you find
good.
you know, and you get different. It puts you, you know,
Yeah.
anything that's on my right, you know, and anything
Actually, I
on my
can show
left.
you some lovely rock formations a bit later on down there before the tide comes in. The tide has worn them away, and they're absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Well, I've got to walk that beach in its entirety tomorrow morning and back, which is what I'm going to do, and then I can drive the van round. Is it to what's the name of the village over the hill?
Well, you've got Croyd and Saunton.
Croyd, and drive to Croyd.
Saunton's further as well.
Yeah, well that's okay. I can drive to Croyd, and then I can do a circular walk of that head that's sticking out.
Oh, Baggy, and there's a lookout point, so you've got to climb it and go right to the top.
Yeah, and that'll save a lot of messing about with buses and stuff like that, and it'll be a nice walk as well.
That's quite a short walk, and it's not as hilly as the walk you've just
you
done.
can see from here, you know, so that's my plan. I was thinking of doing it this afternoon, but it's 4 o'clock now. I've had a good walk. I'll get up early in the morning and do the beach. The tide, I'm not sure the beach will be in or out, but it's a big beach, isn't it?
It was 9:30 was high tide this morning.
9:30.
But you'll still get along there even if the tide's full in.
Yeah.
You might not get all the way to Putsborough.
No, that's all right. Well,
where the shop
I don't
is.
get on the beach from this side, I can get at it from the other side, so it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, you can actually do a loop off the beach through the car park, and you can walk back along Marine Drive all the way back.
Yeah, and this lady was telling me that there's some good parking spots up there for camper vans as well. Yeah, so it's worth doing. All right, I'll probably see you later.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
All right, well, thank you very much.
That's okay,
See you soon.
See
Bye now.
you soon. Bye-bye.
Sue, who I met earlier on at Lee Bay, and I was with the other lady. What was the lady?
Sally.
Sally, that's right.
We've been stalking you.
Oh, really? Stalking? Oh, well, wow. You wouldn't be the first. Yeah. But now this is your van. This is fabulous, isn't it?
It is.
It's amazing. I've just been speaking to another lady down the road there called Claire, who I met on the bus this morning. And she's got her VW camper van about 200 yards down the road, so I'm moving up there. I'm going to take mine and take it up there.
Make her a cup of tea.
Yeah, the only thing she's got all that, but the only thing is, my van's a complete tip. It's just full of wire and electronics and electrical equipment, and it's not very tidy. I'm not the tidiest of people, to be honest, and I've been in it for a year, and so you know it gets a clean out every now and again, but it's just full of junk, and I've got all my winter clothes, my summer clothes. I've got far too much equipment, really. So it's a bit embarrassing. I never let women in it. You know what I mean?
So Claire's is safe then, is she?
Oh, she's fine. Yeah. So look at this. This is lovely. And so, how long have you had this?
Only about a fortnight.
A fortnight.
Yeah, we've got one of the little VW Caddy vans, the little works vans.
Yes.
Which the dogs love. They think it's a kennel.
Yes.
But this one's a bit of the longer wheelbase, so that we can sleep in it as well.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Great idea. So are you staying here tonight?
No. We've got a place in Combe Martin at the moment, which we're selling.
Right.
And then the plan is, once that's sold, rather than always use Combe Martin as a base, we'll take the van and we'll travel further around the coast, maybe more around Cornwall and
That's
that.
a good plan.
So, yeah.
And do you both drive as well?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
that's great
makes
then,
it
isn't
easier.
it? Yeah. Fabulous. Fabulous. Lovely to meet you again.
And you.
It's
and
amazing. Lightning strikes twice, quite often, doesn't it?
Well, enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much indeed.
All right, cheers.
Lovely. And look me up and we'll say hello again.
We will.
Bye bye now. Thank you very much.
All the best.
Okay, cheers.